hospital was modelled on the village system of patient care, the best example of which is the Alt-Scherbitz Hospital in Germany, which was developed in the 1870s. It officially opened as Edinburgh District Asylum in October 1906. At the centre of the site was an Edwardian Baroque hall. The site also incorporated a power station, workshops, a bakery, stores, a kitchen and a laundry. The hospital was requisitioned by the War Office during the First World War, but reverted to psychiatric work between the wars. A Romanesque-style church was built between 1924 and 1930. During the Second World War, the hospital was occupied by the War Office again, and the patients were evacuated to Hartwood Hill Hospital. Temporary marquees and prefabricated huts were erected to cope with the demand for wartime bed space. The temporary facility became noted for its burns and plastic surgery unit, which was established in 1940. After the war, the temporary facility was developed as Bangauer General Hospital. After medical services transferred to the newly opened St John's Hospital in nearby Livingston, Bangauer General Hospital closed in the early 1990s. The village hospital also started to wind down after the opening of St John's, with the last remaining ward closing in 2004. When the hospital was built, road access was poor and considerable volumes of coal and general stores were required for the running of the facility. A private railway was built, which shows how essential and how big the estate was. During the First World War, the road network was improved and the railway became unnecessary. It was closed on the 1st of August 1921. More recently, the closed hospital was used as a filming location for the 2005 movie The Jacket, starring Keira Knightley and Adrian Brody. Then, during September 2009, the hospital grounds were used as a site for Exercise Greengate, a counter-terrorist exercise run by the Scottish Government to test decontamination procedures in the event of a nuclear, chemical or biological incident. This involved 250 volunteer casualties and 400 emergency staff. On the 1st of October 2015, planning permission for a residential and mixed-use redevelopment of the former hospital site was being sought. The application noted that some of the listed buildings at the site may be proposed for full demolition in a subsequent application. And currently, as of October 2019, the permission has been granted for the development to go ahead. Landscaping and a new road infrastructure are currently being carried out. Did I think that it was a scary place or a haunted location? In all honesty, going there in the daytime, it was bright sun, there were lots of dog walkers. I really didn't feel anything atmospheric. The only time I felt a little bit weirded out was when I went to one of the separate red brick houses and I peeked through the window and it looked like it had been used for therapy, and there were two chairs facing each other. They looked like kind of like 1980s office chairs, and there was a couple of folders left on the table that were covered in dust. That was pretty strange, but I think that's just because on a human level I felt it was quite weird. Where I've marked it as raw footage, I honestly have not put any effects over that at all, and there are a couple of glitches. But then again, as I said, the mobile phone was really outdated. I can't even remember what the make and model was. Other people that have visited before us and after us managed to get into the buildings. A lot of that was done at night, and obviously there's a bigger security risk there. We just really went to walk the dog and to see what all the fuss was about. And honestly, I would have gone back there maybe at twilight, maybe if we got permission from the security guards, but it just seemed to me that it was an old abandoned industrial site. It didn't seem like there was any atmosphere. And that's about it, really. We can't really go back there now because they're developing it, and we didn't really think at the time that we'd be making a YouTube channel. So that's just a little insight into what we got up to back in 2015.